Hello and welcome to my new video. This time I will show you how you can arrange small objects in large clouds, step 1, and then give these clouds a specific shape, step 2. Actually, we have already taken step 1 when I talked about Cartesian distributions. For step 2, there is a specific function in Poiret, the insight function. How do we build a large random cloud from small objects? Step 1. This is possible by using Cartesian or polar distributions with some added randomness, as shown in earlier videos, but there is a much easier way. We only use randomness. So we randomly select a point within a given volume, store this point in an array, and repeat this procedure many times. Then we have a random cloud of points and can use any object we want for placing on these points, finally arriving at our random cloud of objects. Step 1 finished. And how do we manage step 2? Giving this cloud a specific shape. This will be achieved by using Poiret's insight function. This function examines whether a given position, P1, is inside a given object. It returns 1 when this is the case, and 0 when the position is outside of the object. So first thing we do, we define some object. I have used letters in my example. And second thing we do is applying the insight function and displaying only objects where this function returned values larger than 0. Quest solved. This was relatively easy. Next time, we will use the insight function for placing small elements on the surface of a given object. We will also try to orientate these objects perpendicular to the object's surface, and therefore we will need another Poiret function, trace. Trace will give us the normal, the vector perpendicular to the object's surface, but let's talk about this in the next video.